Hey, it's Mac with PriceActionTradingSystem.com. It's Thursday. It is September 7th. This will be our chart lesson for today. And um, it's just a range day today. You can see you got your overnight high, your overnight low. And actually, your overnight low is really down here, but this is where your closes were. And you can see that held pretty much the rest of the day. So everything traded within that overnight high and low. And you can see prices below, above, below, above, below, above, below, above the EMA. That's a sure sign it's a trading range. Early on, I looked at a possible shorter term channel or longer term channel, maybe going lower, but you didn't have much price action early this morning when I showed that, and really you were better off playing this shorter term. And by this point here, it was pretty obvious that even if it was short term, we were in a range. Didn't mean that we couldn't break lower later on, especially when you make a lower high here. But we just continue going sideways all day. So range day. But anyway, we'll talk about the trades. We'll wrap it up for the week. No chart lesson tomorrow. I will be trading tomorrow most likely. So there'll be a mid-morning chart most likely tomorrow. So did want to say for all y'all, most of you that are probably in Florida have probably cut out of there by now or making plans to get out of there, so you're probably not looking at any chart lessons or anything. But I wish all y'all the best down there, and hope you get out safe and that you don't have a lot of property damage or anything like that. I'm glad it's not headed this way, but I hate it for the people that it is headed towards. So uh, good luck with that. Those of you still out in Houston or in Texas area that are probably still dealing with it too. Again, you're probably not watching this video, but our thoughts and prayers go out to you guys. So I hope the best for all of you. But let's get on the chart lesson. Um, when I came in, we were working up. We had this break here. There's a second entry long here. Not a very good signal bar. You do get a little lower high here. Again, not a very good signal bar. So what you might have done is waited on this one, let it break higher, and then dropped the limit order a tick or two back, and you probably would have got filled on it, and you could have ridden this on up. But you could have entered here with a stop. It's a second entry long. We're not quite back to the EMA. It is kind of going sideways here, and it's like a little failed break lower too. So I'll give that a green one. There's a couple different ways you could have entered it, but I'm not crazy about it. It's just not a very good setup. It's not a textbook setup. If you had a good signal bar here, I'm all for entering long on that second entry. But if yours looks like mine or worse, it's a little bit aggressive. So, but notice what happens. You get the break, you move to a new high, and you get this big bearish bar right at the open here, the regular open. And the good thing is you're a good bit away from the EMA. This is almost exact setup we saw yesterday right at the open. I like to take that. Then you get a second entry short here on a lower high. Notice you're moving down. First entry long, second entry long. So it's a failed second entry long. It's a second entry short. Notice the new low there. First entry short, pull back, second entry short. Big bearish bar. I like that one. Lower high, probably going to be a range day. You don't know if it'll go all the way to the other side. In this case, it does. But you're just hoping to get a scalp out of it. And if you get lucky and catch a runner, which if you could get in this, you probably would have, you can ride it all the way down. And notice what's happening. We're working down. You get your first break, and you move down and make a new low. It's tempting to go long there, but we're not really that far away from the EMA yet. And I'd like to see another test of this low just to be sure we're not going to continue lower. Plus, there was the fact that there might have been a bigger channel here, and so we could still be going lower. So, but when we got the double test to the tick and a nice little reversal bar, a little bit of, not a lot of distance, but with a double test, that's far enough away from the EMA. I like that one. And then look what happens. It pushes right through, pulls back, right off that trend line. Goes lower first and reverses, goes out the other side. I like going long right there on that higher low off the EMA. And you figure now we're probably headed to the other side if it's going to be a range. Doesn't quite get there, but it still gives you fair warning. It gives you a close outside, tries to go to a new high. Looks like it's going to try it again. And if it would have broke higher there, I'd probably been interested in going long, but it doesn't. Pushes down, pulls back, gives you that failed second entry long, a bearish bar, and so now you figure, hey, we're probably headed to the other side. That doesn't turn out to happen, but you get just enough to get out of that trade. And then you get another lower high and a second entry short here. Notice that new low, first entry, pull back, second entry. This one might have made you a little nervous because it ends up going sideways. I wouldn't have entered again here. It does make lower highs, but it's too much sideways action. So if you weren't in here, I'd probably skip the rest of it. And what ends up happening is you get a chance to go long here. Just put this on here for make it a little more visually easier to see. But you can see we're going sideways there. It wasn't so obvious by here, but by the time you make these next few bars, and you get a little breakout pullback short there, but you can't go short right into that strong support there. But when it drops down and you get a failed break out of here, you could have even had this here, like so. Fits there as well. So I like going long there just to ride it back to the EMA. And there's actually a hidden second entry short here. Notice you move up, then you pull back, and then you get a second leg up. So there's two legs up there, and then another move down. So it's like you could treat that like a hidden failed second entry short. And if you went to a smaller chart, you'd see a failed second entry short. But nice bullish reversal bar. It's back inside the channel here if you use that line, and you really probably should have used that one, but you can see it there. The close is just tightened up a little bit, but I really like it even better right there. And that makes this trade a little better. If you looked at it like that, you could probably even argue for that to be blue. I left it green because it's not on the other side of the EMA. It's still below it. But there's enough reasons there. It's a higher low on a range day, and we had this failed break lower. So you may catch this major low of the day. It does turn out to be a major low of the day. There just wasn't much movement to, get a big ride, but it still fits that criteria. And off it goes. There's actual true failed second entry short here, but it's right back into those highs, and you can see they're still stretching across there. So for that reason, I don't like that one. Plus, you can see that it's obviously the upper side here, and there's not a lot of room there. So I think you were better off to wait and see if you get another entry, and you do, but then you get a doji. It's not a very good signal bar, and you probably would have gotten trapped if you'd have taken it anyway. So it's just not a very good setup, and that got us into the 2 o'clock hour, and that was it for the day. So it's kind of quiet after lunchtime, really. There wasn't a whole lot going on. So, but it definitely, the morning was not too bad. A couple of nice trades in the before lunchtime, and then it just kind of quietened down. And if you had any better signal bars up here after this move here, you didn't really get a new high yet, so it still probably would have made it questionable. You want to see it come out here and make a new high like this one and be a good bit away from the EMA. That makes it a lot more, the odds of it being successful a lot higher. And but yeah, just didn't much happen this afternoon, so unfortunately. But anyway, that's it for today. I'm going to wrap it up. Again, be safe if you're in Florida or anywhere down there in the Caribbean in the path of that hurricane. And it looks like there's another one coming along right along behind it. So it may be a double whammy down there. So I feel for you guys. Be safe. We'll be back again to do it Monday. This is Mac with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and we'll see you next time.